As the snow starts to thaw, it's back to picking up the shears for the volunteers at Brandy Hole Copse. But as the TCV project nears completion, it doesn't mean the end of the Green Gym.
This is our penultimate session. We've got one more next week, but this one week is kind of really special for us. We've got a big group of people from the organisation called Mind, and they've come out to kind of see what we're all about, and it's a bit of a finishing off session. And you know, it's kind of we've come full circle really. We started, we've got involved, we've done a little bit of work on the Copse, and now we're kind of finishing off and getting ready to hand over back to the group. The community group was already in existence. They have then gone away. Part of our project has been to get them trained up to be able to continue to deliver Green Gym, and they've got their they're going to have a licence to run the Green Gym. They've been trained how to do all the warm-ups. They've been trained on how to safely lead sessions, how to make sure all the risk assessments are done. All these things that are really paramount to how TCV work, and that means they can carry on. They can advertise under the Green Gym banner. They can continue that community work and that great work that's happening in the Copse.
We take 3 hours usually on Tuesday between 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock, so it's not too long, but it's time to just stand and have a chat with friends as well as do some work in the Copse, and we have a warm down at the end so that we feel, even for people who are fairly rickety like myself, I've just had a hip replacement, awaiting a knee replacement, but can still enjoy coming in the Copse and doing some of the activities on a Tuesday morning.
Much work has been done to clear the copse and ponds, and wildlife is now making full use of the space.
In the last 6 months we've cleared lots of a laurel to open up rather gloomy rides through the Copse. We've done quite a lot of cutting back of some of the dead sweet chestnut trees, and we then use them as edging on some of the paths. We've also done some pond dipping to look at some of the copses, and then because this is a copse, it needs to be coppiced. It's mainly sweet chestnut that needs to be coppiced on about a 7-year rotation, and we've cut back some of the sweet chestnuts.
We know that we've got amphibians in the pond. In fact, we saw them all mating last week, so we're doing a bit of a spawn count, and that will all get sent off to the data from that will get sent off to the Freshwater Habitats Trust. We've counted obviously frog spawn, that's very abundant here. We found some toad spawn, they come in little strings, and that's really exciting because we know they were there. It's nice for people that haven't seen it before to have a little look. We found all our kind of normal freshwater species, so we've got freshwater shrimp, boatmen. We found a little newt, I think it was a little palmate newt. That was really exciting. Lots of people, they just haven't seen these things up close before. We've got lots of ram's horn snails, pond snails. The list is pretty kind of exhaustive really. We had a little bit of budget to do a few little jobs around the place, but one of the things is we had this kind of dilapidated memorial bench. It's really important. The family of the person is still living in the area, and we thought it'd be a really nice gesture to take the old bench away. It's actually kind of become part of the old benches is slowly disintegrating into the Copse, which is a lovely kind of full circle message. And we've got this lovely new bench made from a local supplier. The guy lives nearby, and the plaque was taken off. One of the volunteers cleaned it up, made it look beautiful again, and put it back on the new bench, so that memory is still there for the family.
The work continues to remove non-native species and to conserve the copse for families to enjoy.
They say if a tree is mentioned in Shakespeare, it's a native tree. What we don't want are things like invasive laurels and some of the invasive flowers from gardens across the way. We want to see nice English bluebells and flowers that are native to Britain. We'd like to create a mobility access pathway. We use a material called hoggy, and it's a mix of earth and gravel, and this will allow people to get from the two ponds, which are at a lower level, up to Eastbrook Copse, which is at a slightly higher level, and we'll be able to get them to access that part of the Copse. And we also just want to make more and more people enjoy bringing their grandchildren, walking through it with families. It's just a lovely place to be. It's only about a mile north of the centre of Chichester. It's probably the only bit of local native woodland in the local area, and we want more and more people to come and just enjoy it.
I'm just really privileged that I've been able to work with everybody in the area. They're a really fantastic bunch. They're so passionate about the Copse. They're really passionate about people coming into the Copse, and that's been such a lovely experience for me to kind of see that from the start to finish. And I'm so proud of everybody, and I just really hope that they can continue doing the amazing stuff they've been doing. So,
Richard Stringer, That's TV.